But I personally hate seeing these non-black rappers doing things to further promote violence within the black community.
One of the hardest songs of all time, though. Look, bro, I'ma call it where I see it, bro. Remember, always at all time, respect where respect is due. That was one of the hardest songs of all time, bro. When this dropped, bro, oh my goodness, bro. Welcome back to the Stanley Live channel, man. Today, we're going to be reacting to a video. It's going to be me. It's going to be Chad. We're reacting to a video from the one and only, the homie, my dog, 4D Shams. I hope he enjoyed his Japan trip. Hope your Japan trip was everything that you always wanted it to be, broski. You beat me out there. I've been trying to go for a little minute, man. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, we're reacting to his video, The Epidemic of Fake YCs, which is Young Caucasians, I'm pretty sure, which is such a freaking good title, bro.
You like my girl? She turn you on? Alright, pick your casket and your church song. Swiss cheese on.
I already know.
My casket in my church. Nah, let me get, since we picking, let me get mahogany wood. Let me tint it red. I was gonna say tinted blue, but let me tint it red. Mahogany wood with a red tint, so it's kind of burgundy on the outside. Let me get a black stripe going down the center line of the casket horizontally, and on the top, let me get blue roses, white, and let me get some hydrangeas, man. Let me get some hydrangeas, and then inside, I want that fur. I want fur everything, dyed blue fur everything, and then on the tombstone, long live the realest nigga. Song, let me go Take Me to the King. Let me go Take Me to the King. Can't go wrong with Take Me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn in pieces. Here's my suffering. Leave me at the throne. Truth is I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you? Hold on, chat. Hold on. I'm all churched out, hurt and abused. Okay, my fault. You know what I'm saying? And bury me, man. No cap.
Bro's gonna look back at this in like 10.
8 out of 10. Appreciate that.
Done with his phase, and he's gonna be so embarrassed.
Hold on, that joke was kind of hard.
Y'all gonna like this one on the set. Bow. Big shit on my neck.
That nigga mean on the Lego set. What is he talking about on the set? What set could you possibly be repping? Need to hit a set. Okay, my fault. No, wait. Okay, you know, it's just little kid weight. My fault. My fault. I got carried away. It's just little kid weight, bro. Don't drewski me. Don't drewski me. My fault. My fault.
Cross the side of the chop and knock, knock, knock. Let me in. I'ma take that guap. Hit that room. I ain't gonna tell, but if the niggas hit the room, they sing it like Alicia Keys.
I keep seeing videos of this little white boy, and I'm just wondering who's funding his rap career. Cause being a rapper isn't cheap. You think you're just so much better than me, huh?
What the fuck? What the fuck? He cut his dreads and turned Caucasian.
With your long locks and stereotypical YN look. But you know what? You got it. You win. You win. You got it, bruh. You got it.
We're gonna die for this shit. My mama been sweating me. I gotta get a job, cuz.
You're not allowed to say that.
Not sure if you guys noticed this upon first glance, but the YCs became progressively older as the intro played. We got white dudes throughout the age spectrum trying to be YCs, and if you don't know what a YC is, I'll let this video explain.
And all y'all motherfuckers wanna make fun of me, call me white boy. I really ain't choose to be born in this body, bruh. But I really am who I am in my head. I'm just like those people.
What's up? My name is Charlie Bradsworth, and I'm a YC. Young cracker. Hey, don't say that shit with a hard R, bro.
So by now, subscribe to my channel.
YC is, yo! I thought YC was Caucasian. It's the other one? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yo, that's wild.
What a YN is. YN is an acronym for youngness. A phrase which is used to describe young black thugs, gangsters, hoodlums, whatever word you want to use. Now, I previously made a video which talks about the epidemic of fake YNs. These black men who grew up in perfectly loving and caring neighborhoods, households, and for some reason just choose to pursue street life. They pretend to come from struggle, embracing an identity that's not theirs to embrace, all to fit into a certain image. Today we're gonna be talking about these same imposters, but in the white community. See, for the longest now in hip hop and hood culture, there have been white people who have been embraced by black people.
No cap.
A great example is Eminem. I mean, he's so loved and embraced by the black community that there are black people out here giving him the N-word pass and wondering why he hasn't started using it sooner.
Chris to George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery. Listen to so many cops all dirty. Stop, man.
He got the damn pass. I told you, boy, that's it.
Bro, there's no human being happier than a black person who found somebody to give the N-word pass to. I swear, bro. Like, bro, having a homie that's so cool as a black guy that you're like, you can say it. That's one of the best feelings in the world, bro. Obviously, I said you could say it. Don't say that shit around me. But, like, finding somebody that you're cool enough to where they might could say it, bro, best feelings in the world.
Eminem is a real one. See, because a pass is regional. You do not get a universal pass.
That's a real thing.
You gotta get your passport stamp. Every fucking new black person you meet, they gotta stamp it with approval.
Right.
Because here's the thing. There's only one white boy that got a universal pass, and that is Eminem. You know why? Because Dr. Dre endorsed him. His baby and mama drama is real. And that freestyle he did about Donald Trump was amazing.
And it's just something about black culture, hip hop culture that just appreciates authenticity. Things like living what you rap, not snitching, being respected in your neighborhood. All of these things hold a lot of weight in hip hop culture. And that's also the reason why Eminem is so accepted. Everyone can tell that he's the real article. He's a student of the game. And I mean, it's evident by his impeccable rap skills. And on top of that, he comes from struggle. Now, I'm not saying that black culture is intrinsically tied to poverty and struggle. Actually, that is what I'm saying. Matter of fact, that's exactly what I'm saying. Because as a minority group that's been oppressed for so long.
Thank you for putting that part. As a minority group who's been oppressed for so long, it has become integral that being, what is it? Not poor. Poor is not the word that I'm looking for here. But having a lack of resources is part of the black culture. But yes, that was such a great execution by my dog 4D Shams, because that's so important. I be trying to tell people that, bro. No cap.
Part of our identity is connected to our struggle. That's part of the reason why we have a deeper respect and acceptance of people who have gone through a similar struggle, even if it's at the lowest level. That's also part of the reason why the hood accepts rappers like 1900 Rugrat.
We got YNs.
Appreciate you, Upbeat.
YC.
Oh, you have to mute this part. That's not me. That's
Who is this nigga? Where is he from, man? Hold on. He white? What's his ethnicity, bro?
Belly Gang Cushington.
Everything I'm on it, nigga. Shit about respecting me. Love see how I walk up in the club, nigga. Run up on me, tell me I'm the realest nigga.
We got the flood, no cap.
I'm the realest nigga. You already know, got trap of the year 4 times in a row.
Jim Lee.
Dang, there's so many.
And I stand on it. Please don't go that route. I ain't playing on it. I was 15 certain life. I put my hands on it.
And I think the #1 indicator that someone isn't faking their lifestyle is that the community accepts them in an organic way. It doesn't feel forced or like they're getting extorted. You know how like the situation.
Why they all ginger? Am I allowed to say that word? I'm not going to finish that sentence. I think that's because Caucasians be hating on the, you know what I'm saying, those individuals. They be hating on those individuals. I'm not gonna lie. So they end up being like segregated from them, and then the black community accepts them. Then they grow up around the black community, and then they start rapping. I feel like that's why there's a lot of those. Like, you're right. There's a common thread in all the people that he showed, and that is the color of their hair. No cap.
Situation with 6ix9ine went, him having to pay them off for protection and just to upkeep that image. And a lot of times when you're being authentic, not faking the lifestyle,
he said
people
they look
will
like
do their
Queso's
part
crazy.
and vouch for your credibility.
Jim Lee, that white dude, he's white. That's what he is. But his soul, his mannerism, his upbringing, and everything about him, that's a nigga. He said, man, I hate white people. If it wasn't for black people, my ass wouldn't have been able to eat. I wouldn't know how to hustle. I wouldn't have had no friends. I wouldn't have none of that.
That's literally what I just said. Oh my. Come on, bro. That's literally what I just said.
It's not an act. Like, he doesn't hear that word. I believe.
TBH, I don't even get offended when a white person says the N-word, LOL. It's not that you should get offended. It's more so that it's a boundary that needs to be understood. You get what I'm saying? They shouldn't be saying it around you. Dead ass. They really shouldn't. And it's not that you should get offended. It's more so because of what that word actually entails. At the end of the day, every word is just a word. But if I tell you that I'm going to end your life tomorrow, it still should be upheld with the fact that even though those are just words, that there's sentimental and weight behind the words that you choose to say. So when a Caucasian person uses the word, even though we as black people use it endearingly, it's because partly we have to live with the traumas and pain and struggles that came with that word. That's why it's not that crazy for us to do it. The reason that a lot of your black counterparts don't like people saying that word is because they get to say that word after their ancestors participated and or benefited from the fact that they got to treat your ancestors terribly. So when they tell people to not say that word as a boundary, it's because that it's coming from a place of you get to say the word after what you did to us, and you don't have to live with any of the negative results that came off of the back of that word and our struggles and trauma. So please don't say the word. And then when they say it anyways, they're being neglectful of that. And the reason that they shouldn't be neglectful of that, even though it's something so long ago, is because of empathy. You have to be an empathetic person and understand that, damn, they did go through a lot. I shouldn't say this word. That's it. Because I don't get offended neither, but at the same time, even though I don't get offended, it doesn't mean that they shouldn't say it. But I don't get offended neither. I'm not going to lie to you. So, yeah.
If he'd take off on a white dude for saying the hard ER. Now, I thought he was, you know how we doing exposures. We finding a reason. We're looking for a reason to pack your ass
What
up.
about black people in Africa with no ancestry of the blah, 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 blah? When they come here, yes, they don't have to have the same history. They don't have the same history, so they don't necessarily they didn't go through the necessary same trauma. But a black person at the end of the day in America is just treated like a black person. There's no different treatment between a black African American and a black African. They just see you as black. You get what I'm saying? And that, to me, you went through the same struggle, you went through the same trauma. It gives you a little bit of deliverance. When people look at you, they're going to lock the door the same way that they would lock the door on me. So that's why they have a little bit more leeway with saying the word. But also, to your point, there is people who look at black Africans and be like, yeah, don't say the word because you didn't go through the full thing that we went through. But there's leeway. It's not an indefinite thing. It's not a yes, no, black, white thing. There's very much a spectrum to where it is understandable and isn't understandable. That's why you'll see a lot of light skins grow up saying the N-word, but as they grow more and more, they start looking more and more Caucasian. And them saying the N-word looks a little bit more and more crazy because it's like, damn, I'm closer to white passing than I am to a black person. And if everybody doesn't know my background and where I come from, they're going to think that I'm a white person saying the N-word. So they'll ultimately stop saying the N-word. That's a real thing that happens. So just a little thing to update y'all. No cap.
I couldn't. I'd have looked like a cornball. It just looked like we picked a fight with him. Dude is authentic.
Now listen, I'm not trying to sit here and act like I'm the hood inspector, telling you who's really about that life and who's not about that life and looking into people's backgrounds. But see, the real problem lies in these people not only seeking validation.
Got a gun in the back?
He said, do he got a gun in the back? Why? You the police?
Hey, how am I supposed to react? Oh no, my shit on more.
But cosplaying something that they're not. Like, do they not realize how dangerous the life of a YN is? Just their whole lifestyle? And the thing is, even if you're faking it, you can still attract real danger. And this is a perfect example of that.
Nigga, you that nigga that robbed me last week for my Switch, nigga.
If you get a front taper, get like 2 centimeters, bro. Don't get that much of a front taper, no cap. Whenever you start doing the design on your hair, I don't really mess with front tapers like that though. I ain't go cap.
Switch, I don't even live around here, bro.
Nah, you got me for my Switch, my Glock with the Switch on it.
I don't have that, bro. I
That's
got
real,
one now.
I don't got a Glock, bro.
Where my Switch at? Bro, this dude got me for my Switch.
I swear to God, I did it, bro.
Bro, why dude got me, bro? Look,
I really did it, bro. Look. That's not me.
Oh, okay, yeah, that ain't you.
That's not me, bro. I promise you, I don't even live around here.
You know I'm pranking you, right? I'm OKC Pranks.
Bro.
That boy saw his life flash before his eye, boy. I seen this video before.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm about to say, hold up. Like switch. I don't fucking even fuck with Glocks like that, bro. I don't fuck with Glocks like that. Let me go get my phone.
And look, obviously that video was a joke, but I promise you, if you look the part, there's gonna be people out there who are gonna try to test you. And sometimes the fact that you're faking it might infuriate them even more. But at the end of the day, it's their life, and if they want to put themselves in harm's way, then it's their choice to make. But I personally hate seeing these non-black rappers doing things to further promote violence within the black community. For example, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Right. One of the hardest songs of all time, though. Look, bro, I'ma call it where I see it, bro. Remember, always at all time, respect where respect is due. That was one of the hardest songs of all time, bro. When this dropped, bro, oh my goodness, bro. This was hard when it, bro. This right here. Yeah, that. Send it, shots. Everybody get that, nigga. Yeah, that joke was hard. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll see y'all later.
When 6ix9ine was getting into drill rap, he didn't go and align himself with a bunch of Puerto Rican or Mexican people. Even though that's his ethnicity, he went and aligned himself with.
I'm so glad he went away. I couldn't stand him. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of the people who could stand him. I couldn't stand his nonsense, but I could stand his music, bro. I love a good gang banging ass song, bro. I love that hood shit. Like I'm not gonna lie. I'm that, bro. I love rapping about trapping and thugging and all that. Do I live that life? Absolutely not. I'm such a good kid. I had a great GPA. I graduated school early. No. But when I cut that music on, I press that button, I love hearing that hood shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I loved him for that. He went away. I could care less about him now. I'm not.
Black gang members. And although, yes, they did extort him, a lot of the lashback and negativity that stemmed from his music fell back on black people. And a similar, more recent example is Lil Mabu.
At night, they gonna know who did it when the face right. Yo, Fabi, passing the trigger. White boy, what you my nigga?
I hate when any rapper does this. I've seen Asian rappers do this. I've seen white rappers do this. I hate when they say things and then they stop it for the black person to say nigga. That's one of my worst. I have a list of things that I hate in rap music. Like, I'm not even joking. I literally have a list of things that I hate in rap. Like, literally, one of them is rhyming the word lyrical with miracle. I hate it. I hate it every time. I hate bars that involve pole and stripper. If you say the word pole and stripper in the same bar, I hate it. If you do things like this, where you on Caucasian or anybody black starts a word and then they get a black person to finish the word, I hate it. I literally have a list of things I hate in rap, bro. No cap.
And if you're not familiar with Lil Mabu, he's like a New York drill rapper who basically lives
Spit a bar right now. I'll spit one on SXY.
Dude obviously had a decent upbringing, and at some point he just decided that he wants to become a drill rapper and rap about unaliving his ops.
Good evening, I'm Matthew DeLuca.
And I'm Charles Joe.
And welcome back to another episode of History Shockers, where every week we uncover the
Lil Mabu can never get into a diss battle, bro, because this being brought up would be detrimental to your career, bro.
Complex history of different colonies around
Pause
the world.
Appreciate the first time chat. Didn't Lil Mabu fall off? I mean, it depends on how you see falling off. Because for me, I don't think falling off is possible in the sense that if you keep trying, you'll be successful again. That's just how the numbers work out. But I know a lot of people see falling off as if you weren't where you were before you fell off. But I think anybody could get where they want to go as long as they keep trying. I'm not going to lie. So I don't know if he fell off because I don't know if he's still trying.
This week, we got a pretty interesting one. Wouldn't you think, Matthew?
Indeed we do, Charles. Sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the history lesson about the Congo. My name is Matthew DeLuca. I go to the collegiate school. I'm in 9th grade. And my favorite thing about Kids Walk for MSK Kids is getting together with friends and family to support such a wonderful cause. My name is Matthew DeLuca.
Lil Mabu, real name Matthew DeLuca, grew up in a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 3,327 square foot condo in one of the richest areas of New York City. In his free time, he would escape to the Hamptons.
Oh my gosh! 3,327 square feet. My goodness. Oh my God. LeBron did tier crack. Name 3 WNBA players. Let's do Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. Let's do Skylar Diggins. Let's do Kelsey Plum. Let's do Brittany Griner. Let's do Skylar Diggins. Let's do Ajah Wilson, Asia Wilson, Ajah Wilson. Let's do I feel like I passed. I'm way over 3. Let's do it. Come on, bruh. Come on, chat. A real savant, bruh. Come on, bruh. Stop playing with my gangster. Shout out to the WNBA, bro.
He would stay in his parents' 6,182 square foot mansion. The combined value of the properties is about $12 million. He's a rich kid who bought his way into the industry with his dad's money and an elementary understanding of marketing. He's not that original. He's not some genius. He's literally 6'9" with a millionaire daddy.
Dude faked the whole hood gangster
Thank you so much,
persona,
genuinely.
made his millions, and then after that, he went back to his white picket fence.
I live a double life. School by day, and the streets by night.
What's good, 40
Fire
fam?
transition.
I know I haven't been posting.
I know you in Japan, 40. Don't even worry about it, bro. Enjoy your trip. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe down below. Check out me and Yo-Yo's collab channel. It's called Stan X Yo-Yo. Type in Stan X Yo-Yo to find it. The channel's called SXY, excuse me. But type in Stan X Yo-Yo to find it. And I'll catch you guys in the next reaction. I love y'all. Goodbye. Peace.